The two centers tie up. Puck comes to the point for a snapshot. They score. But England out of the box. We're back to five-a-side hockey. Arcadia 0 for 1. Here's a shot by Cunningham. They score. Here's Burner to the alternate captain Lush. His outlet pass intercepted by Arcadia. Here's Bernares on his backhand in front. He scores. Now it's Dicker back to the point. McFarland to the half wall, back for Benkovitz. His shot through traffic, they score! First Peaton, first of the puck. He beat Burner. Centering it for Benkovitz, but he couldn't dig it out of his skates cleanly. Now for Shooter, he snaps one off the crossbar and in! Beers, his pass too far for Lebetti, and Arcadia takes over. Snapshot, they score! Face-off one back to Burback. Over to Battaglia. His shot goes off the pad of Robideau. Rebound, they score! Shot from the right wing. Save. Benkovitz pushes the rebound wide. Now it's Cunningham with the backhand. They score! Knights looking to come right back in with Cole. Top of the circle. Blocker save Robideau. Rebound left in the slot for a follow-up shot by Mistay. Another save by the sophomore. This period started all Misericordia, but it's turned into Arcadia's favor. Mistake, centering feed, Iannucci off the crossbar and in! We're through two periods here at Hatfield Ice, and Arcadia is just 20 minutes away from sweeping its opening weekend of the season as Arcadia leads Misericordia in Middle Atlantic Conference action by the score of 3-0. Goals in that second period coming from the first year, Matthew versus Peaton at 6:57 on the power play with assists from Bryce Battaglia and Chris Benkovitz. And then a minute 12 left in the second. It was Ryan Cunningham recording his second goal of the weekend. Benkovitz and versus Peaton both picking up assists on the even strength goal that has us at Arcadia 3, Misericordia 0. In that second period, the Knights outshot the Cougars 15-8. Now for the game, it's 22-20 in favor of Arcadia. Two power plays in that second period, both belonging to the Knights. They are 1 for 2, getting the goal through versus Peaton. They have 5 shots on their 2 power plays. Misericordia had 2 man advantages in the first period. They are 0 for 2 with 3 shots. And face-offs in that middle stanza, Arcadia so much better than the first, winning 18 compared to just 8 for Misericordia. Brendan Dicker leading the charge for Arcadia at the face-off dot. He is 9 for 11. Will Moran tops for Misericordia. He is 5 for 8. Hayden Williamson with 20 saves so far for Arcadia, and his counterpart for Ms. Antoine Robideau. He has 19 saves through 2 periods of play. Puck down, we're ready for the final 20 minutes of the weekend. Arcadia won the first matchup last night 4-1 using a 3-goal third, and they lead 3-0 as we go into the third here today. And the Knights have actually scored the last 7 goals of this weekend. Here's a stuff attempt by Cole, denied by Robideau, and the follow-up blocked by Burner. Misericordia led 1-0 at the end of the first period last night, but since then, Arcadia's rattled off the last 7 goals. And they've scored in each of the last 4 periods, 1 in the second last night, 3 in the third, 1 in the first today, and 2 in today's second period, as this is icing on Arcadia. Last season, the Knights were 9-1-1 when leading after 2 periods. When trailing after 2, Misericordia a season ago, 0-16-1. And once again, the question for Misericordia, which team are we going to see come out for the third period? It's been a mixed bag so far through 3 games. In the season opener against Trine, they went into that game down 1-0, gave up 4 goals and lost 5-1. And then against SUNY Canton, they were down 5-0 going to the third and threw a shutout, losing that game 5-1. And then last night, as I've said, 3 goals for Arcadia. Third line out there for Misericordia. Slap shot by Stowe, caught by Williamson. He had a clean lane at that one and saw it all the way. Colin Stowe, a sophomore from Oak Park, Illinois, played in 12 games last season for Misericordia. Blocked 9 shots. In his last season with the Vermont Lumberjacks in 23-24, 6 goals and 7 assists in 44 games. Face-off one back to the point for Beers. Petrino has his shot blocked, and here comes Arcadia up through the middle. It's McFarland going right for Dicker. There's a drop pass for Schweitzer. Somebody's out there without a twig. It was Lush, and Misericordia, for their sake, able to get the clear. Lush with the stick back in his hand. Here's Battaglia crashing, run in too hard by the oncoming Lush. Beers calling for the puck and receives it from Lush. Up the middle for Vetrano. And now coming forward is Toss on his backhand. Schweitzer might have gotten his stick in the way. And now Garnsey pins a Cougar to the boards and takes him down. Toss runs into a Knight. Puck work free to Burner. Now it's Vetrano taking on a pair of Knights. Puck comes free. Misericordia in control. Beers steps into one. Good reaction saved by Williamson on a tip in front. McFarland working back. Couldn't get to the puck first in front of Machichi, and he'll send it into the Arcadia zone. We've played 2:20 into this third period. Score remains 3-0 Arcadia. But so far, all the action's been in the Arcadia end. This puck knocked down at the blue line by the first-year Burner, but he loses the puck. It comes out to the neutral zone where Machichi skates in. Machichi onside, steps into one, caught by Williamson. Looking like a shortstop out there, going down, putting the glove up, and it's an easy catch for Hayden Williamson. And Williamson has not had a lot of success here at Hatfield Ice, just 2-4 with a .278 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. But he's playing well today for Arcadia, keeping Misericordia off the board thus far. This puck bouncing around, eventually controlled by Arcadia. Here's first Pete into the middle for Bachman. Follow up by Benkovitz. It's pushed wide of the post, and we get a stoppage. It's under the diving Robideau. Robideau in his first action of the third period having to be alert, because I didn't think that puck was going to get through to Benkovitz. It does, and Robideau equal to the task. Before joining Misericordia, spent 2 years with the New Hampshire Avalanche, went 26-8-1 with a goals against average of .275. So very good in junior hockey, still trying to find his footing at the NCAA level. Last season only played in 3 games, making a second start here today this season for the Cougars. Beers softly up the wall for Perry. His pass off the mark. Lush in his own zone has to get it. Beers long outlet feed intended for Perry. That completely missed, but there's no icing, so Arcadia has to play it out of their own end. Cross ice feed for Hadowanak. Hadowanak steps into one. Blocker saved by Robideau. Here's Cole as Arcadia gets the top line out there. Taking on 2 Cougars. Here's Shooter on his backhand softly in front. Swept aside by the goalie Robideau. Thrown through the slot. No one there. Cunningham for Cole. To Cunningham along the goal line. He'll softly push it around the boards where Beers takes over for the Cougars. Puck taken away by Cole. He absorbs a hit from Moran. And now can Misericordia get out? He'll actually make a change while Lush slow things up with 15:33 to go in the game. Labetti goes cross ice for Toss. Toss, snapshot, shoulder save Williamson. He'll cover the rebound. Jack Toss, a senior from Burlington, Ontario, Misericordia's leading scorer last season, 10 goals and 4 assists, 4 coming on the power play. He was a transfer from Rivier University in 2 seasons, scored 11 goals and dished out 8 assists. Toss is Misericordia's lone goal scorer this weekend. Now has a goal and 1 assist in his career against Arcadia. Scrum for the puck behind the Arcadia net. Knight's okay with this, but now it comes out for a shot by Bernard, and he misses the mark. I was going to say the Knights were fine because with the puck behind the goal line, Misericordia really can't score, and time comes off the clock. But that turned into a really good opportunity for the first year, and he just missed. Mulligan being forced back by Bachman. This third line today for Arcadia has been so good. Here's Stowe. His pass knocked down by Benkovich. To Peyton. Pad save Robidoux. Follow-up attempt. That's knocked down by the sophomore as well. And now it's Mulligan trying to start things up for Misericordia. He goes cross ice for Stowe. He'll just fire it in. Misericordia will make a change. 6 minutes gone in this final period. Arcadia leading by 3. Stowe gets stepped into by Burback. They continue to fight now into the corner. Garnsey able to dig the puck free, but the first one there from Misericordia is Kakowski. He works it back the other way, and it's Burback up the wall, not quite out, kept in by Stowe, and then this hits something on the Arcadia bench, and that stops the play with 13:38 remaining in the third.